right. So we are back with the second game of the evening, Tetra's Escape. I believe that is in reference to, well, the type of blocks that are on display here. They are
both the fact that they are square to start with, and then Tetra, they turn into cubic tetrominoes, which are the Tetris pieces for puzzle solving purposes.
Anyway, so the premise here is a bit murky. Like there's a cutscene where I don't know, a portal opens and all the Tetras are spread across the world. Like I think there's a plot here, but it doesn't really matter.
Unless it like comes all together at the end, because I was not able to finish this game in time, but I'd be surprised if that happened.
See, I could have finished this game in time, but I was so bored that I dropped halfway through. Like, yeah, that's not really boding well for the review, but continue. Anyway, this is a puzzle platformer where the premise is...
It's about 80% puzzle, I think.
It's pretty much all puzzle. Like,
like what I mean is there's not much platforming. It's not even called jumping, it's called climbing.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's a self-described platformer. That, like, I guess if you want to be technical and pedantic about it, this is a puzzle side scroller.
It's certainly not a falling block puzzle.
Yeah,
but it's
no, this is much more of the logic puzzle variety. Like
every puzzle you have a set number of tetras. Each color of tetra can turn into the same one or few tetromino shapes, and then you have to get from the beginning at least one of your tetras into the, I think exactly one. The game just ends when you get one of them in. Into the portal at the end of the stage. Every stage has 3 little stars in it that you can try to collect on the way in. It's hard because you don't move much.
Yeah.
All you can do is move left or right precisely to blocks and climb up one block, aside from transforming. And then after you get the 3rd star, a cup appears somewhere in the level, and it's possible that where the cup appears is not always reachable using the same solution you used, so you might have to try a different solution.
Right, and thankfully the game does scale up in each world. Like, it will introduce more and more abilities like rotation, mirror mode, bombs for undoing transformations, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, because once you turn into a tetromino, it's normally permanent until you get bombs.
That being said, it never gets that much more complex in terms of gimmicks. Like, where you're gonna find the complexity is not even getting to the end of the stage. That's the base goal. The real challenge is getting 100%. It's getting those 3 stars and the trophy, and those are actually separate objectives. Sometimes, admittedly, the level design gets kind of lazy, and it'll drop the trophy right where the 3rd star is. That happened to me on a couple of levels, but usually when you get the 3 gold stars, the trophy drops somewhere else, and that's a consideration in and of itself. Because if you don't get the trophy, it doesn't count. And here's the thing. That's about it. That's kind of the running theme this week. We had very simple games on our docket. And once again, there's definitely more meat here than our first game, but it's still a pretty simple indie puzzle game. Now, It's like, by its own reckoning, it has 7 hours of content. I could see that, if you are going for 100%, because there are only 64 levels, like, and the levels themselves are pretty small, and um, they're they're pretty much one room affairs, like maybe and they're never going to get too big.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Um, I'm just saying, there's not a whole lot to talk about. And really, this whole game is a big pile of okay. Like, the mechanics, the design, um, the presentation, it's all fine. It's not amazing though. Like, you know,
It's a little bit too slow. It's a little bit clunky.
I mean, once again, that's its design.
Uh-huh.
It's like.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that's like why it didn't really grab me.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about in terms of its art direction. It's all blocks.
Yeah, and the art direction and the colors are a little bit more high saturation than they probably needed to be in some cases.
And once again, we have some perfectly forgettable music. Like, it's like there's probably more of a thought process going on here than, say, Tetris, but you're not going to be addicted to this for hours on end, like a Tetris. Now, on the bright side, this is available on multiple platforms. Not only is it on the PC, it is on the PlayStation 4, and more importantly, the Nintendo Switch. And this is definitely a game I recommend for the Nintendo Switch.
Indeed.
Because, once again, it's not actual mobile design, but we'll call this mobile-like design, or handheld design. It's got a very simple, very short, kind of design that really lends itself to 5-minute play sessions or what have you, because these levels can be cleared in not a lot of time, especially if you're using a walkthrough. But if you're using a walkthrough, well, it's kind of defeating the point here, or you're doing this review. Yeah,
I would only do that if you really can't figure out how to get a cup and you really want to 100% the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, so, once again, it's not a bad game. It's just not an amazing game, or even all that good. But it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's a perfectly average, decent game. And its price point is also right where it should be, at $5. At least the Steam version is $5. Let me see if it's the same on the consoles. Switch. Let's see. How much is the Switch version going for here? Yes, live research. Game info. That would be helpful. Wait. Okay. Just letting me know. I mean, this game came out last month.
Just a second.
There it is. Like $5.99. Yeah, $5. It is this. Oh, and there's apparently a special offer here for the Nintendo Switch version. If eligible for a Just For You offer, the final price reflects the combined sale of Just For You offers. This Just For You offer is discounted from the sale price.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so,
that might not be available to everybody. I'm not sure.
yeah. So, well, that is a thing for the Nintendo Switch version.
Right.
But its regular price is $5. Yeah. You're not going to go wrong with spending $5 on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Right. So, any final thoughts on Tetris Escape?
It's a game. You can go play it.
It doesn't actually have anything to do with Tetris aside from the tetrameter shapes. And I know it's not actually Tetris Escape.
Well, it's like Tetris is a copyrighted term.
Right.
Indeed.
But more than one of us got our hopes up.
Well, I mean,
yeah, it's a perfectly serviceable game. Perfect for when you're out in public waiting for somebody or something, whatnot.
right. Well, yeah. So, 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll about do it for Tetris Escape here. Be sure to tune in after the requisite break, as we'll be talking about Ninjin Clash of Carrots.